That is Kundalini going up your spinal cord, attaching itself to your medulla oblongata. Those are the cords of eternal life. You want to raise up the Uraeus as Moses raised up the serpent in the desert, is what that particular verse is talking about. Okay? Ra. In Hebrews chapter 12:29, it states, our God is a consuming fire. That part of divine nature that burns up all the dirt pours out of the spinal column through the medulla oblongata. When this little cap on the ball on top of your medulla opens, this substance pours out and comes into the physical body and burns all this crap off your sinners. But that's the consuming fire of your God. Okay? Now you find that out in the quiet of your sanctuary. Spirit ain't gonna do that while you're riding on the bus or driving down the street. You got to get somewhere where you are one and alone with your God. Up in the right-hand corner on this chart, you'll see a hand, and the verse is Job 37:7. He sealeth up the hand of every man, that he might know his works. There's a palmistry in your hand that tells you what you've inherited, left hand, what you're doing with it, right hand. Okay? So the science of palmistry works. You got to get a competent psalmist or palmist to do that, but it works nonetheless. And I think you need to know that much about yourself. Okay, let me deal with the hypotenuse. It's on the chart in the left-hand corner on the lower part, the right-hand side of the chart, the lower part in the corner, you'll see this. This is L, length. This is A, angle. This is W, width. Law, L-A-W. Okay. Peace, my brother. Okay. The angle of things, because this is also the square. Okay. We've already dealt with the 4 squares based on this word and name. Why this is not our name is essentially key. Five and 2 is 7. 4 sevens. Look at 4 sevens. 1 7. 2 sevens. 3 sevens. 4 sevens. Nanoni. Okay. Star Child. Nanoni. Okay. The rendering of the concept Egyptian in the Metaphysical Dictionary is worth your attention. I won't stop and read it now, though I intended to, but you can find it in this wonderful dictionary. You need this. If you're a student, the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary by Charles Fillmore. Okay. Luke 11:52, the key of knowledge is mentioned in the book of Luke. Most Christians don't even know that in this book there is a key of knowledge. That's what we're talking about. The number 12. and the 7. Those are the keys. Exodus 28:45, the 12 signs by name. I won't do square in the circle, because that would take me into a whole nother area of explanation. The pineal gland and the pineal gland, Genesis 32:30 to 32. The sciatic nervous system, Genesis 32:25. The power of imagination, Genesis chapter 11, 1 and 6. The key to how to use your mind is in Genesis chapter 11, verse 1 through 6.
Genesis.
The creative aspect of your brain is imagination. You have the highest developed imaginative faculty of any group of people on this planet. How do we know that? Look at the art of Kemet. Just look at the art. That's in your genetic code. That's power expressing. Okay? But imagine a good thing instead of a vain thing. That is, imagine success instead of failure, wealth instead of poverty, good health instead of sickness. All the negatives are a vain thing in the eyes of God. I shall open my mouth in parable. Matthew chapter 13, verse 35, and speak of things hidden from the beginning of the world. I was supposed to read that earlier. Like I said, I got off. And one verse will knock your socks off. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5. O slave, obey your earthly master. Did you know that was in that book? Has nothing to do with slaves or masters. Your slaves, your servants, are your glands. Your earthly master is you. The master of the body is the mind. You are the Lord of mind and body. You are the master of your own mind. When your glands obey you, then you call your glands your friends. Okay? Other than that, they are your enemies. Malachi 3:17 concerning those jewels I mentioned about Jews. You find that in Malachi. The King's Gate is the top of your head in the scriptures. Centric, but code formation. Okay, take a couple of minutes and we're going to deal with a 15-minute meditational practice. I got to go to the restroom. Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about. This
Well,
dynamite tape.
Yeah, but I had
I know
a
it's
smoother approach than what happened. I
I
got,
know for the future.
yeah,
I know how we're
okay.
going to do it. Straight, one.
Right.